money can get you power, but it's not going to get you power the way power probably gets you power. So what can he do with Twitter? I ask you guys, do you know how powerful influence is? Stop! You don't use money to enter. You think it's money? What did he use? My idea was not money. Idealism. That's what you use. How did you get him? That's exactly what you use.
I kid you not. That went from 0.00 something to it cancelled a lot of zeros.
Do you know? That's you know. That's the thing. You don't understand. Any influencer on X can run that.
Welcome to Not a Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Not a Podcast. My name is Dramatu Umar Bagana, and
my name is Paul Lumesi.
I am Terry Imoboy Aprella.
My name is Chigbo Chukwuebuka Michael Thomas Bruce.
And today's topic will be money or power. So
you should allow me to talk. So please, like you said, the whole point of this podcast is whenever we have an argument, we come here. Bear with me, my voice is gone. So people will keep me dragged for an hour at the top of my lungs. Before I say anything, thank you for giving me the floor. Power would always be bigger than money, no matter what. Eat your lungs with it. Let's drop my phone. You guys,
hold yourself.
Hold yourself. The whole point of this argument was that I am not saying money is useless. I am not saying money is not infinite. I'm not saying money will not at least get you some things. When you take it off your cap, I'll take off my cap too. I'm not saying money will not do some things. I'm only simply saying money cannot get you power. Money can get you a form of power. Do you understand it? You will never get you power. Power is infinite. Power is earned. Power is not something you can buy. Honestly, you can't compare. Your money can go in 5 days. Your money can go today. You might be a billionaire today, and in the next 1 week or so, that money can be gone, with whatever policy or anything that spoils that, but it can be gone. But I promise you, power does not go just like that. It diminishes. It can go slowly. It can go lower, but it will never just go out all the way just like that. That's one thing you can never take away. But you see, money would literally miss. Do you understand it? If you even put it against each other, you can never compare somebody with power and somebody with money. Do you understand it? There's this part of House of Cards where he was talking about, like Frank Edwards was talking about the fact that I cannot respect somebody who would ever pick money over power. Do you understand it? Money is something that can literally go in a maze. I think we should play that then after this. Like, so that clip is coming from a point of like power is this crazy foundation. You can build a lot of things on top. You can give to the next person. It is guaranteed somehow. Somebody can be broke today and still have his name that he got from his father or his father's father that is powerful. And that's something that would always be going further and further. But money is not guaranteed. Somebody can be rich as anything today and can be broke as anything tomorrow. You can never compare the two. I'll leave it to Paul.
I'm going to start by saying that obviously there are levels to power. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to sit here and argue with you that like at the highest form of power, you can compare it with money. At the highest form of power, when I say highest form of power, I'm talking about people like, obviously, who's the most powerful person right now? Donald Trump.
Not really. Putin or Donald Trump. Whoever
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't compare. If it's that level of power we're talking about, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
But whatever level that you keep, whatever level of power that you probably think is the same thing, same level with money, power will always still beat that money.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, you can't come here and I can't come here and tell you that what they call it, the politicians in Nigeria is, you can compare it to like one of the richest people in let's say America or something, the level of power you can't compare.
Having that level of money is you're powerful already.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. No, I'm saying I'm trying to obviously there are levels to everything.
What are you saying is better? You're saying
the rich man.
The rich man, obviously in the US, yes,
are more powerful than the
politicians in Nigeria.
Here in Nigeria,
but to us, the politician is
obviously
on which soil?
Yes, on
which
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, you can't. I'm not going to be more powerful than you in your own country.
Okay, let's say on a neutral soil. Let's
what's
say
neutral soil? A rich man in the United States, in Europe,
a very rich
man in the United States, in Europe, and a big politician here in Nigeria, in Europe too. And you honestly think that the American is going to be more powerful?
Let me start something.
Have you seen the kind of money that Nigerian politicians steal?
Let me ask you something. You're still going back to money. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do
you understand what I'm saying?
No, I'm getting
you still went back to money.
You didn't let me finish. Have you seen the kind of money that these people steal? Number one. Do you understand? And do you know the kind of connections that they get? Do you know how they sell anybody out just to get to someone that they shake? Are you joking with
money
me?
Is always my issue. Money is
one. Money is one of the ingredients.
How did they?
Money is a form of exchange. You need money and work. You need to work for it.
Look at it. It's food. It's food.
Yeah.
Money is one ingredient that you need to make that food.
Definitely.
Money is not all.
You need to work.
You need to work. There are other things you need to put into.
It's the main ingredient. Let me ask you a question. Most of the politicians, how did they get to where they
by referral? It can be by referral.
But mostly by money. Most of them by money.
It can be by referral. It can be by godfatherism.
How do most people?
It can be by godfatherism.
Especially in Nigeria.
Some people can see you. Some people can see you. Some people can see you and see me and feel like, oh, this guy has potential. I might not have anything to offer that godfather at that moment, but all he's seeing his potential at that particular moment, and he will back me up and he will push me continuously
using money.
No. I have done projects so many times that it's just been based off referral. Oh, you know what? What license do you need to do this? Oh, I don't want to mention licenses, so I don't agree. But what license do you need? I need this license. List all your licenses that you need. Yeah. Take it to those agencies. They will give it to you.
So are you denying?
He's not using money. He's using his name.
Are you denying the fact that most politicians, before they get into power, they had spent a lot of money and buy seats?
Not all.
I want you to understand it. Wait, what I want you to understand. Money is a form of exchange.
I never said money is useless.
But you have to work for it. It's not just money.
But it's money. Nobody says
it is a form of exchange.
It's a factor. I don't like the form that you are. It's a factor, yes.
It's a form. It's a form of exchange.
No, it's not the main.
Before money came to it, before money came into existence, people were still exchanging.
It doesn't guarantee you having power.
Pause.
Before money came into existence.
How do you get power? What's the main thing? Because I think you are saying.
I don't understand. What's the main thing?
We just said money is the main source of power. What other thing? You are saying it's not the main thing.
I said there's referral.
So that's the main thing.
Yes.
Come on, Pete.
Yes.
No. Calm down.
Yes.
Now let me say something.
Wait. If you dip it, reason is like this. Yes, money is there, but you still need, with your money, you still need the referral.
Nobody is the main. Nobody's saying
referral is the main.
I can give you gold and you still refer me. Money is not there. Gold is gold.
Come on, man.
No, just think about it. I can give you land and you still give me what I want.
I can give you a promise of everything in my distance. The promise of my wife or my daughter. I can sell anything out.
We're here. Let's not go too far. We're here in Nigeria. Even when, what do they call it? Even when they're doing elections, that everybody's shouting and everything. What buys votes for the power?
Godfatherism.
That is what assures you the seat.
Don't try.
That is what assures you the seat.
We all know.
No, that's what assures you the seat. Because the question is wrong.
It's not wrong.
We don't buy them. If we don't have a backing, people don't have a backing. People don't have a backing from the party.
Let me ask you something.
You don't buy them.
Let me ask you something. Is it true or not? That's all I want to know.
That what?
Money. Use money.
If you what they call it, but those people that go to give those people, obviously those
Atiku has money.
Allow me.
It doesn't mean that he will get it. He went against Atiku and Tinubu. They both have money. We don't even know who's rich.
All these poor people.
We don't know who is rich. How did he get
all these poor people that sell their votes? All these poor people that sell their votes. Why do they sell it?
It does not guarantee the seats.
It does
not guarantee the seats.
It's not part of the vote.
I gave you an instance. You said bring it back home. Bring it back home.
It's not part of
Atiku and Tinubu.
It is not
they
part
have
of
the same amount of money.
Is it not part of the
vote? You can have the same amount of money.
Is it not
but
part
guess
of the
what?
vote?
Tinubu won, and he will still win again. Because why? It is godfatherism. It is not about money.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It is
I
mostly
think you are
about
trying
money.
to.
It's not money.
Can money access power? This is my question.
What? He can access a form of power, one part of power, because he can literally bring you down from
access power,
nothing.
but it's a form.
Power
And I always say it's a form of power.
Yes, form is that.
Okay,
Let me explain to you. Let me explain.
Explain.
So, for instance, today I need to see the president, and there's somebody I know that can get me to go and see the president.
Yeah.
So I need a favor from the president, and then it's only the president that can give me that favor. I have money. I'm going to pay whoever is the middleman to take me to the president. If I need to settle whoever, I'll settle it. But it's still the president that will give me what I want. He still has power. I'm buying a form of power that will get me to see him, but I can never buy his power. So money can always buy me a form of power, but I can never be so powerful to
sorry.
because I'm using the money to buy the
You can buy you a form of power.
power.
How many forms of power?
No, wait, no, that's not what I wanted to say. I want you to I understand what you asked. Let me now say something. What me I wanted to say. He's asking for what? Very simple. Money would make you rich.
Yeah.
Money would make you like now. The things called lobbies.
Money is already power.
Like money would make you rich, make you heard. Your point will be heard. Do you understand it? I can be a powerful businessman, so which means if I control a majority of either housing,
Like
clothing,
Dangote or something.
driving,
You
something
can
like
just
that,
use Dangote.
which means I will need to be heard in that economy. I can actually push to be heard in that economy. Now he has bought me a seat at the table. I'm a stakeholder, not shareholder. Do you understand it? So which means if anything goes wrong with a bad policy or bad thing with my business for that particular moment, I can lose everything that actually gives me access to be heard.
So
For that particular time.
Dangote is the
But
perfect
money-
example.
So basically, still even the politicians, they have
Do you
only
want-
a form of power too.
That-
Obviously, they still have a
What I want
Politicians' power can never be wiped out in one day. The way money can be wiped out in one day.
There are different types.
How many-
Do you know
how
what
many
I want you
people's
to
money
understand?
One day,
Just
one day, one bad
Dangote is
policy
the
can
most
wipe you out.
How many
Dangote is the most
So tell
perfect
me,
example.
I'm not with you.
Why is he
I'm
always
giving you
helping the
examples.
government? He has money. He
Of
needs
the people
favors
that
from
you-
them.
that
That's why
have
he's
been
always
wiped
doing
out
things,
like that.
buying things, just to
Emefiele.
put himself there. Do you understand?
Emefiele.
So he's
And
using
then
his
have money
money.
again.
Emefiele's money is nothing. He has been seized. They have been seizing and been blocking and every single
They're
thing.
even selling,
Let me-
listing
let me
the house.
Selling his
Okay, I'll
property,
ask you-
selling
I'll ask
everything.
you as well.
But at the moment, he was so powerful that he literally incapacitated everybody in
Do
the
you think-
country.
do you
But
think-
it's still a power that is stronger than him that took
That's
him
still
Do you
down.
think
down.
influence is power? First of all, let me ask you.
Yes, influence is a form of power.
Another form, or is it the
Yes.
same form where
It's
you're
another
talking
form of
about?
power.
Influence is a form of
Another
power.
form of
Another
power. Influence, yes.
Okay.
They are different. See, I can be leading touts in my area, and if you come to my area, I'll fuck you up. That's another form of
That's
power.
True.
I can
True.
How
This guy,
forms of power.
is it Tom Polo or something like that? I don't even really know him, but I think recently Tunde posted him and said something about like this and this. He's spraying money, but nobody can ever still stop him or anything like that. They should go and stop him now since it's illegal, something like that. And in my mind, I was like, well, who is? I said, doing my research on him, and some people were even say everybody has their opinion on how powerful they probably think you can be. Some people even say, even if Tinubu wants to even get there, they cannot do anything. Even if I think that's obviously false. Do you understand it? But this is how much it's probably raising this person up that in that his hood there, he's the most powerful.
So
now you might be a rich man or something.
like on their level
Do you
of
understand?
reach and
Of
power.
rich
The
and
power will always
Always
power
stop it.
Can you
the
I
money.
think some people are invalidating here.
You're saying
No, I'm not invalidating money. I cannot invalidate money. Money is also power.
Power is power. Obviously, there are different levels to power. Power is
Yes.
power. I'm not going to say
Money is also
Now,
power.
I'm going to tell you something. Can we come to a conclusion and say money can buy power?
no.
A form of it.
Form of it.
Let me answer
You
that.
cannot buy genuine power. No.
I understand. I understand him. I understand him. Since we are saying there are different forms of power,
Wait.
and we cannot really
what
define what power
Say what I'm
is.
trying to say.
For example, I can use my money to get into power. We use the money to get into the door. I used to say money to wash those hands
I
inside
understand
that
you.
door. Those people now still give me what I want. Now I'm in a position where I am almost like them. Almost like them. I use my same money to get to their own position. I need my money to pass their position. Is that not buying power?
Hypothetically speaking, my dear, I just gave you an article and I told you without his money, if he could run this thing you're doing, he would have done it.
You are doing hypothetical.
He would have done it.
Because
You did not use money to enter. You think it's money. What did he use? My dear, was not money. I tell him that's what you use.
How do you get him?
That's exactly what you use. That's what you use. He did not use money. If it was only money, then my dear,
Nobody said it's only money.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying. I said it's the main factor.
People can
No,
just
it's not only.
calm down.
Let me ask you one more question.
He lost.
Let me ask you one more question.
He lost the second. He lost.
Let me ask you one question.
Money can buy power, and there are different forms of power. Money can definitely buy power, but it is a form of it. Do you understand? So we're talking. See, there are power in every single form, but there is a power money can buy. As long as it is power, money is buying. It's still power. That's what you're trying to say.
So this is what
as far as it's still power, it's buying its power. I understand.
He's saying now, yeah. You said he lost at a certain point. Not that he lost it, like he lost the at a certain point. What I'm trying to tell you is, you're saying it's this idealism, his name already. Before he had that name, this is where I'm still coming to. Before he had that name, he had money, or rather, his father had money. It's the money that the father made that he used to get that name, like that boosted that name to wherever it took at this point.
Okay,
so
I think there's a misunderstanding here. What me I've been trying to say since is very simple. Money can get you power, but it's not going to get you power the way power will probably get you power. Do you understand it? It's built over time and it is not guaranteed.
Obviously. That's not the argument.
That's what me I
started with. I said there are levels to serve.
No, we're still coming back to where the main point is. I've been saying it can get you power, but it's not guaranteed. And the power is getting you is not still power on power. It is a form of it. Like now, there's nobody, regardless of your money that you want to have, that will ever take Putin out of seat. There's nobody, regardless of the money you want to have, that you ever take Kim Jong-un out of seat. I don't know if you're getting it, because that's power. My dear,
can get a form of power.
This military guy, what's his name, Tahore, that just took this guy out of seat in his own. What did he use to take him out? Was it money? Was it not power? That's the power of the military. And he overthrew a government that's been sitting that's so powerful with gold, with everything.
You are still talking about
France with that powerful.
You are still talking about.
Because at the end of the day, hold on. If it was money that wanted to retain those people on the seat, they would have been there. He came back with power. You're not
arguing what I'm arguing. What the argument? Because I'm
knocking off the whole important thing of what we have been arguing here, which is I'm telling us money can get you a form of power, not power.
I started with there are levels to power.
Power would get you power.
That's why I started.
No, all of you are saying the same thing. Calm down.
I'm not saying the same thing.
You're saying the same thing.
No, listen. I'm making it very simple. Listen to the point. Listen to the point. Okay, let me ask you very simple, because if you are saying this, because I'm sure you are not saying the same thing. Money will get you a form of power, not all power. Is that what you agree with?
Money
is that what you agree with? Yes or no?
I still don't understand.
I'm not saying the same thing.
I'm trying to
money can get you a form of, hold on now, because you're making us we're going out of the point. I want to make it that there's a point here. Money can get you a form of power, not all power.
Do you agree with that?
That is a reform. Yeah, I want to know now. What about power? It's simply a form of
So
power.
are you saying it's an argument here?
What is the form of
We're
power?
not saying the same thing. I'm only correcting. No, we're still on track. I'm only correcting what saying that we're saying the same thing.
People did
We're
not
not
let me
saying the
explain
same
why I
thing.
said you're saying the same thing. So let me explain. You, when we started, I said even in your area you have power. Yes, and I told you, but if you are to compare the richest man and the most powerful man in the area, the most powerful man will always take down the richest man. Yes, but we have forms to power. So all you're trying to say, even though it's a form of power, it's still power. That's what you're trying to say. It is a form of it, but it's still power. A broke person cannot get themselves there. It's still power.
That's not it. You're saying a different thing. A form of power is limited. That is where we are standing. That's what we are standing. That's what I'm standing on. That's why we're not saying the same thing. Are you saying we're not saying the same thing now? We're not saying the same thing. A form of power is limited.
Almost all power is limited.
No.
Almost all power is limited.
Power is limited.
No.
Almost all power is limited.
No. Power is not limited.
Listen, even as a president, the same things you can't do. That's the truth.
You get what I'm saying when I say
Let's go back to military regime now. They can fuck everybody up, shut everybody down because it's the military regime.
Definitely.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, yes, we have
money cannot buy the military regime.
And the
Money cannot buy the chance.
Okay, let me ask you.
Do you know what?
Ask you guys a question.
Do you know what?
Ask you guys a question.
Somebody a form of power, but not the strongest, not the
That's what I'm
least.
saying.
Ask you guys.
You need help from the powerful person.
For the person of power.
At the end of the day, there's something you are changing. I'm telling you, money can access power. You are changing to money can access
form of power.
That's a form of power. Yes.
What is accessing your fucking power?
No, my dear, he cannot. Because at the end of the day, if you come to me with the full power to do something I don't want to do, I will tell you no. Can I say no?
But if you say
can I say no? That I say it is not guaranteed. Can I say no?
You're changing my opinion.
Let me ask something.
If you come to me with your money,
Elon Musk.
use Elon Musk.
How powerful is Elon Musk? How do you in the US? How powerful do you think he is actually right now?
You really think Elon Musk is that powerful?
I'm asking you.
You
You
think it's not limited?
it is not. I just told you. Everybody
It's not limited.
first
And
of
people,
all.
my dear, let me tell you something very simple. Elon Musk right now, he's being hated by Americans.
Definitely.
Everything he has mostly now is appointed. Do you understand? With Trump, with NASA, with all of them. So all you're telling me now is that everybody says, oh, maybe Elon Musk has something on Trump or whatever. But you're trying to tell me now that if Trump has a bad day, he cannot just mess Elon Musk's entire everything.
How powerful do you think X is? First of all.
What do you think he's going to do with X?
How powerful? It's a simple
No.
question.
What do you know?
It's
It's not the same thing.
Trump can take the app down. Do you know Trump has the power to take the app down?
I'm not comparing. You guys don't understand. I'm not comparing Trump. What is
Okay. Your answer, it is not powerful.
It is not powerful.
It's not powerful.
Bro, what do you mean?
To him.
It's powerful, but when you level, that's what I'm
Do you
saying.
know how powerful Twitter is?
What does he want to do with Twitter? What does he want to do?
He's not going to tell us what to do.
Is he going to tell us what does he do with Twitter? What does he want to do with Twitter? What can he do with Twitter?
Do you know influence? Do you know how powerful influence is? That's what I asked you.
What does he want to do with Twitter?
Do you know how powerful influence is?
Tell me.
Do you know how powerful influence is?
Tell me what he wants to do.
Do you know how powerful influence is?
What can he do? Tell me what he wants to do.
He's going to. Do you know how? Honestly, let me ask you a question. Why do we talk about what do they call that thing?
Why
do you talk about like the system where on Instagram when you're just talking and then you scroll and then you see it there? You know that the algorithm? Sorry, that's what I mean. Why do we talk about the algorithm? How powerful is the algorithm?
I don't understand.
Do you understand?
You think that's pertaining to one app? But there's your phone that's picking that thing up.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Do you know how powerful X is? That's what I'm asking.
To do what? What is it?
To influence.
Are you losing money every day? They are body testers every day. Are you finding
you are influencer that app?
And you're not using it for himself? Are you doing it for himself?
What is he doing for himself for?
To do what?
I don't understand.
Let me give you an instance.
Do you know you guys are just going back and forth? See, it's very easy. This thing is simple.
there was this time you don't like crypto, obviously. This is
You probably
2020.
won't know.
You won't even know. Well, that time I was in your place. Elon Musk tweeted something. He just tweeted, I think he tweeted Dodge. Bruce, I kid you not, Dodge went from 0.00 something to, it cancelled a lot of zeros.
Do you know?
That's
You know. That's the thing. You
don't understand.
What you see.
Influencer on X can run that.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie.
You know what? Wait.
That is a lie.
Are you projecting that?
I don't
You don't understand that. You
Are you
don't understand.
projecting that you being the richest man is another form of power on his own?
On his own.
But what I want us to
I'm trying to
understand.
make you
But what I
understand.
want us to understand.
Okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down.
What I want you to understand is at the end of the day, if you compare the highest form of power and money, power will always fuck money.
We're not arguing that.
Elon Musk can fuck a lot of people,
We're not
but
arguing that.
he cannot fuck the person in the level of power he is, and that's it. That's it. The power is always stronger.
We're not arguing. That's not even our argument. That's not even our argument at all. That's what I said at the
argument. The argument is literally about money accessing full power.
Yes,
and I'm telling you that no, he cannot access full power.
He did.
He cannot.
Because if you
cannot.
If you check it back to
Can he do that now? Can he do that? Can he take one thing now and change everything?
Money cannot access full
Can he do
power.
that now with the crypto thing?
I swear to God, he can do it.
Why can't he?
What are you saying?
Do you know the kind of influence? Let me ask you something. This man tells you that on your buy something, you will not do it.
Wait, calm down. Let me tell you something. Money
Stock is falling.
cannot buy power completely.
He fell badly.
No, money cannot buy power
He's not the richest
completely.
man anything.
I get
Right now, he
Money cannot buy power
You
completely.
cannot even have food.
No, but now, okay, even Donald Trump that we're talking has appointmental power. But if Elon Musk wants to be the president, he can use his money, but he has to work. So it's not just money; he has to work.
What's the point? Nobody
And it's over time. So you can't say it's just money. You cannot
Over time.
It's the main factor.
That's not argument.
The argument is that it's the main factor.
It's not because it's the main article.
That is the main factor.
It's not the main.
Tinubu is broke. What are you saying?
I don't understand.
What are you saying?
Why did article bully Tinubu to enter?
What does it? Only one person
How
can be
many
president.
times has it gone for
At the end of the day, only one person can be president. That is the truth.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude this whole topic.
Yes.
So please,
This has been
you
the
people
most heated conversation
should
we've
give
ever
your
had.
points, comment and tell us what you think. Since
This is
we are
mad.
sitting here to get your insight on everything. But my conclusion is, at the end of the day, money is always stronger than power.
No. You're contradicting yourself.
Please, you guys.
Oh, sorry. Power is always stronger than money. Sorry.